Hello, my third grade friends. This is Mrs. Smith, and today we are doing Unit 1, Lesson 14. We're going to be reviewing some strategies that we have to solve multiplication problems. Grab your book and your pencil and your whiteboard if you have it, and let's get started. Number 1. Emily knows that 4 times 10 equals 40. How can she use subtraction and multiples of 9 to find 4 times 9? So, you have to think about, this is saying 10 groups of 4. I was talking to a kid about this earlier today, actually. 10 groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 6, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3. That's something that I learned in band to count like that. Okay, anyways. So, this is 10 groups of 4. How can you use subtraction to figure out 4 times 9? Well, if you know that 9 is equal to 10 take away 1, then what you can do is you can say, okay, 4 times 9 is equal to 4 times 10 take away, or really, I should say first, 4 times 10 minus 1. That's the same thing as 9, 10 minus 1. And then you can use the distributive property to do 4 times 10 minus 4 times 1. What's 4 times 10? 40. That's one you can skip count by. That's why we want to use these like neighbor numbers to help us figure things out. And what's 4 times 1? 4. What's 40 take away 4? 40 take away 4 is 36. And 9 times 4 is 36. Okay, so we'll write that down. And basically that's saying this is 10, this part is 9. So we just removed that part right there. Okay. So we'll write that down. We'll say 4 times 9 equals 4 times 10 take away 1, which equals 4 times 10 minus 4 times 1, which equals 36. Okay, number 2. Joey knows the multiplication of 5 times 4 and 4 times 4. How can he use their products to find 9 times 4? Well, what he's doing here is very similar. He knows that 9 is the same thing as 5 plus 4. So he knows that 5 groups of 4 with 4 groups of 4, when you add them together, it's going to be 9 groups of 4. So let's write that out in here. So 9 equals 5 plus 4. So then you can say 4 times 9 equals 4 times parentheses 5 plus 4. So then you can say that equals 4 times 5 plus 4 times 4. And you've probably memorized 4 times 5. What is it? 20. And 4 times 4 is 16. Those put together is 36. Okay. Hannah knows that each division has a related multiplication. What related multiplication fact can she use to find 18 divided by 3? Well, we know that 2 factors together make a product, and the product divided by one of the factors is the other factor. So we know that we could do 3 times what equals 18. And then from there, all you have to do is say, okay, we have 1 group of 3, that's 3. 2 groups of 3 is 6. 3 groups of 3 is 9. 4 groups of 3 is 12. 5 groups of 3 is 15. 6 groups of 3 is 18. So times 6 equals 18. Kyle knows that 5 times 3 equals 15. How can he use the 5 shortcut to find 8 times 3? Well, you know that 8 is 5 plus what? 5 plus 3. So you could do, instead of, 8 times 3 or 3 times 8, you could do 3 times parentheses 5 plus 3, right? Which is the same thing as 8. And then you can distribute that 3 to the 5 and the 3. And you might already know 5 times 3 is 15. So then it's just 15 plus 3 times 3. What's 3 times 3? 9. So 15 plus 9, and that is 24. Okay. Number 5. Letitia knows that 5 times 4 is 20. How can she use the 5 shortcut to find 9 times 4? Well, really similar to what we just did with Kyle. She knows that 9 equals 5 plus 4. If we already have these 5 groups of 4 figured out, and that's 20, then we just have to figure out this amount here, which is the 4. So we're saying 9 times 4 is equal to 5 times 4 plus 4 times 4. And we already know the 5 plus 4 is 20. What's 4 plus 4? 36. Oh my gosh, 16, silly me. And I was thinking ahead. 20 plus 6 is 36. Okay, number 6. Jorge knows that 6 times 9 is 54. How can he use the commutative property or arrays to find 9 times 6? Well, we already have the commutative property. I like to call it flippity-floppity commutative property. It just means that you can switch the order of factors either way, and you'll get the same product. If you're looking at an array, all you'd have to do, say like this, if you know 6 rows and 9 columns is 54. If you shift it, whoops, I bonked my camera. You just turn it on its side. You can't see it there. 6 columns and 9 rows is also 54. So you can turn an array on its side. All right, let's go ahead and look at the back. We're going to make sense of some problems here. Jordan has 32 peaches. He wants to divide them equally among 4 baskets. How many peaches will he put in each basket? So we'll take our 32. We will divide it evenly among 4 baskets. So 32 divided by 4. And that will equal P for peaches. I honestly prefer thinking about it as a missing factor multiplication problem. So that would be 4 times what, P, is 32. I know that 4 times 5 is 20, 4 times 6 is 24, 4 times 7 is 28, and 4 times what? 8 is 32. So P equals 8. And I could have gone through 4 times 1 and through 4 times 2, but I just took the shortcut because I knew that 20 was 4 times 5. So you don't have to go through like 4, 8, 12. It's fine. Okay, number 8. A guitar has 6 strings. If Taylor replaces all the strings on 3 guitars, so equal groups, how many strings does he need? So that's 3 groups of 6, 3 times 6, 3 6 times, or 6 3 times. What is that? Well, 2 groups of 6 is 12. Add 6 to that. 12 plus 6 is 18. Strings. All right, number 9. Hassler's photograph album holds 5 pictures on each page. Hassler has 40 pictures. How many pictures will he fill? So this is 40 pictures divided into groups of 5 for each page. You could also think about that as 5 times what equals 40. So 5 times what is 40? I know 5 times 10 is 50, so it's a little bit less than 10. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 8 is 40, so it's P equals 8 pages. Number 10. Emily rides her bike 3 miles every day. How many miles does she ride her bike in a week? Now this is a little sneaky, right? Because they're not saying how many days, but they are saying a week. How many days are in a week? Secret number here, 7 days. So then we have 3 miles, 7 times in the week. 3 times 7. And what does that equal? Hopefully you memorized your facts. It's 21 miles. All right, last one like this. Here we go. Ruel has a board 36 inches long. He wants to saw it into 9 equal pieces, 9 inches long. How many pieces will he get? Give this one a shot and hit play, or pause it now and hit play when you're ready, okay? 36 divided by 9 equals P for pieces, or 9 times P equals 36. Well, look at our finger trick. 1, 2, 3. So 27, 36, that was our 4th finger. P equals 4 pieces. Okay, number 12, last one, here we go. Write a word problem that can be solved using the equation 7 times 10 equals 70. I want you to pause this, think about your word problem, write it down, and then you can see mine when you're done, okay? So, Keisha has 7 apples. Well, Keisha puts, let's see, Keisha puts 7 apples into 10 boxes. Into each here, into each of 10 boxes. How many apples did she put into all the boxes total? All right, yours is probably different, but it should have maybe like rows, 7 rows, 10 columns in an array, or maybe something like equal groups, like 10 plates, each with 7 cookies or grapes or something like that. Any of that will work. And then that's it for today. Go ahead and check and see if you have an assignment, and I'll catch you next time. All right, bye guys.